Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to Make It Monday. Today is week 25 in my series on dynamic duos, where I will be teaching you two projects using the same product. Today I am focusing on the brand new stamp set called Kind Koala. I just could not resist this little guy. He is so cute. But you're going to notice in the stamp itself, it actually says thinking of you. And I actually wanted to change it. And so that's part of what I'm going to show you today. The other thing I want to show you is here. In the original image of the stamp, he's actually holding a flower. And you're going to see how I changed that to be like a vine. And let me show you how I created that. I've already stamped the koala image on a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Using my wild wasabi marker, and I'm using the thicker end, I just outlined the stem very lightly. Now I did go all the way down to the U. And then I hand drew in some leaves. Now if you're saying to yourself, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Just practice on some scratch paper. They don't have to be perfect. As you can see, mine are not either. So I'm going to draw those in here real quick for you. Then with my basic black marker, on this side you're going to use the fine tip. We're going to go in and give those leaves that we just made some definition. And it's not even important that they mimic exactly what you did in the green, because I think that looks even better, a little bit more whimsical, more sketched. I then used my 2.5-inch circle punch, and I came in here and I really was cautious on what words I got. Now look, I trimmed away the cardstock and it's a little bit too short, but you get the idea. Basically what I wanted was to move this up so I had the word you all the way inside the circle and only a little bit of the word of, because that I could hide. And then I punched it out. Now to hide the word of, I used the brand new Accents little heart punch, and this is the brand new in color Tangelo twist, and I mounted that with a dimensional. I did sponge the edges of my circle with the same wasabi, and I did the words the just for you, so the card would have a different greeting on it. Those words come from the stamp set Work of Art, which is also new, and you're going to notice I used the circle here as well as the words here, and this is our small oval punch. You know me, everything's up on dimensionals, and of course you gotta love those fringe scissors to give us a little bit of grass. So a very simple card, but let me show you the dynamic duo. Here it is. It's an adorable gift box, but I put a little spin on this that I want to share with you. Now, the spin I put on it is probably not necessary, but I started with another idea and I just kind of went with it. These craft gift boxes can be found in our catalog on page 200. They're a deal. You get 4 of them for just $2.95, and they're just a great size. Okay, here's one that's already flat. Now obviously I used that same polka dot I had in the card. I just stamped the box, but I used Versamark because I wanted it to be very subtle, more tone on tone. But let me show you something about this box that you can't tell by looking at it. It has an acetate window. So the image is actually inside here on the flap of the box. Now originally, I was going to mount the image on the back, and I thought, you know, if I put food in here, which is what I was thinking, cookies, that might absorb some of the moisture and it might make the paper turn opaque. So I thought, how am I going to do this? So I thought of the little window. I used that same 2.5-inch circle punch, and in the lid of this box, I punched a hole. It fits beautifully. Let me show you. You're going to want to make sure you move the flaps out of the way. And you're just going to eyeball this between the front flap and the back crease, and then just squeeze and punch. It goes through very easily. Then I cut a piece of our window sheet, measuring 3-inch by 3-inch. And I know that's going to be difficult to see on the camera. And that is what I taped with just snail adhesive on the inside of that hole that I created. I did the exact same technique for the koala here that I did here. And I just made it so that it was 3-dimensional. So I added a heart to the outside as well, just so I had something on the cover so that when you open the box, not only did you see the koala, but the lid itself wasn't empty. That's today's dynamic duo, and I look forward to seeing you next week for Make It Monday.